Okay, so now we're going to talk about outfitting your plane. Um, go into multiplayer, and then into your hangar, and then to your aircraft set. Now, if you have it, you probably want to start off with the F-22 because it's obviously the best plane if you're a noob. It's really fast and really maneuverable. There's also the Wyvern, I believe it's called, that you get after you beat the game. But the F-22 is a good noob plane, and the QAAM missiles are certainly the most popular online. Um, you might get some hate mail if you get a bunch of kills with QAAMs. But you're trying to get money to pad out your aircraft tree. And one of the reasons I'm making this video is I love Ace Combat. Ace Combat is super fun. And, what we want to have is a thriving online community of people playing and having good matches and enjoying the game. And if people go on and they just instantly get owned, or if they feel like they can't chase people down or they're not getting any kills, then they're not going to have any fun and they're going to quit. So I feel like I'd rather give someone a really big gun that they can get kills with than give somebody a pea shooter and tell them, good luck. I think that people are going to stick around longer and maybe start to use the planes that are less overpowered, less OP, as they get better at piloting. But when you're just trying to learn, you want to get online, you want to get kills, then the F-22 and the QAMs are the way to go. Um, so, and if people don't like it, they can play in rooms where there's restrictions that don't allow it. Because like I said, I want you to have fun. I want you to learn. But one thing I want to point out is don't be a dick. If you find that you're doubling the score of the other people in the lobby, maybe play a second match and then move on. My first day, I crushed the people that I was in the room with, and when we went to start the third match, the host kicked me. So that's kind of my rule, is if I find that I'm doing super well, like way better than everybody else, I'll play maybe two matches, and then I'll hit one of those chat messages at the bottom, and say, nice to meet you, and then I'll leave. So that's my suggestion. Because, like I said, I want everybody to have fun. It's not about trolling. So that's my statement about that. But anyway, so personally, I like to focus on special weapon parts. And the other part that I wanted to mention that is super useful, I mentioned it earlier actually, what keeps you from stalling as much is this ECU software update. Greatly enhances anti-stall capabilities and greatly extends the time frame for performing a high G turn. Remember I was saying that if you can hit the button in bursts and spin for a second, let go, hit it again, but if you keep doing it, you'll eventually stall. Well, this is what allows me to do it so many times before I start stalling. So that's my recommendation. Also, I like to have the pitch maneuverability because mostly what you're going to be doing is pitching, pitching and then rolling to turn. So you want your nose to be as maneuverable as possible. Also, speed's a good thing. But anyway, so that's basically it for the outfitting. I just wanted to mention, like I said, special weapon parts, um, your uh, your anti-stall doohickey, which let me show you where you can find that on the aircraft tree. There's two of them. I'm going to be bad at this because I don't know exactly where it is. There it is. Enhances anti-stall capabilities and extends the time frame for performing a high G turn. There's one there, and I think there's another one toward the top. There's another one around here somewhere. Can't remember exactly where. There's the one. Well, it doesn't matter. You'll find it. But yeah, there's basically, I think there's a level 1 version of it and a level 2 version of it. And I believe the one that I have is the level 2 version of it. So, anyway, I hope that is useful as well. And now, with no further ado, we're going to move on to some multiplayer. Okay. All right. Battle Royale. No, I have my sound, my voices, and my music turned down, so you guys didn't have to hear the pilots nattering away over my voice. But there won't be any music, so it might not be as exciting. So when you're playing multiplayer, the person on the other team with the 3 stars next to their name, if they have 3 stars, are the highest scoring person at that moment. It changes constantly. So it doesn't have any reflection on their rank or anything like that. It just means that they happen to be the badass of the moment. Sometimes you'll see a 2-star guy and a 1-star guy. So I think that's the order of the aces on the other team, quote unquote aces. And here we go. So I equip my QAMs, or you might want to start with your regular missiles. And what I like to do is fire one and then fire the other, and give them something to dodge. Alright, so notice I'm doing my high G turn. Go after the fancy dangler now. There's one. High G turn.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
See the missiles on the radar?
Missile.
And the indicator around me?
Missile. Missile.
So I have my flares in my chaff, but since you only get 3, I want to try to avoid using them as long as I can. And in the middle of dodging the missiles, I want to try to shoot at some dudes. Because that's the whole point, isn't it?
Missile.
I like to switch from guy to guy, kind of spreading the love around.
Caution. Missile. 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 Missile.
Lots of high G turns.
Missile. Missile.
Look at that, I'm already number 1. I don't know when that happened, but...
Stall warning.
Whoop, see, now I'm stalling. I should have shot a missile at that guy while I was stalling, but I wasn't thinking fast. Now I actually am slowing down intentionally.
Missile.
And clouds.
Missile. Caution.
Uh-oh, agua. Oh, and don't forget, if you hit your L1 and R1, it'll flatten you out and put you into autopilot flares. They're mad at me, I guess. They're not mad at me, but, you know, they want to kill my ass because I'm the ace right now. Uh-oh, I'm stalling. I'm not doing it right. I'm also forgetting to use my machine guns.
Missile.
Oh, somebody hit me.
Missile.
That was very hurtful of them.
Missile.
I got shot down. Dun dun dun. But you get the idea. You see how it works. You want to stick and move and change targets fast.
Caution. Pull up.
And that, my friends, is how it's done. So remember, like I said, you know, mix it up. Try not to use the F-22 and the qualms as a crutch, but it'll get you a feel and the confidence to know how to get around and get kills, and encourage your friends to play it, teach them how to do it. Go into private rooms with people. That's what I do. I'll go into a private room with somebody and let them shoot me in the ass until they figure out how it works. So that's my suggestions, and that's pretty much it. Unless I think of something else, and then you'll see another video clip right after this where I edited it on at the end because that's what I do. Oh look, let's look at what I got. So 58,000. Number of crashes 0. Lots of metals. And my rank went up. I got 136,000. See, you can get lots of planes and parts from playing the multiplayer. So I highly recommend it. In case this is actually the end, thanks for watching.